late at night. Actually, I'm not even reading the first paragraph, right? Holy crap. But I was actually writing this really late at night, so I kind of wrote it in semi, like, past, future, present, and so I lose my sense of time. So, yeah, and at this time that I was writing this whole speech, I was actually playing Dead Space, and I love that game. It is amazing, okay? There's, like, zombies everywhere. You're just shooting out people's legs. It's just, you don't know any other game that's like that. Come on, just in the middle of space. You get to jump from building to, or not building to building, but wall to wall, and stuff happens. There's little creepy-ass babies with tentacles. Scary crap. I also kind of liked it because, I mean, it was like the first survival horror game to come out on new consoles. I mean, there was Resident Evil 5, but no one gives a crap. The Stalker series was also pretty fun, but not a lot of people know about that one, especially since it's kind of like PC exclusive.
What are we talking about now?
We were talking about my speech.
Hey, shut up and let him talk.
Yeah.
This is his speech.
Respect me. I have a podium. I deserve some respect. Come on. So, yeah. And normally this is a part where actually I was expecting someone to come and tell me like to get a life, but you know what? Lives are way too mainstream, and I'm a nonconformist, so I'm conforming to nonconformity. Screw your life. After writing that whole last paragraph that I just went over, I was actually on the hardest part of the game. Yes, I'm coming back to Dead Space, but we were just on the hardest part of that game, which is like the freaking meteor part. Has anyone ever played that game at all? You have. You remember those giant meteors crashing like you have a turret?
I don't remember it. But
I hated that part. You know, you can get a lock on, and you're just kind of standing there like, what am I supposed to do? Everything's hitting me, and then you die like 500 times. The first time I did that, I almost threw my controller across the room. As I was writing this also, I was wondering if I should put my commentary as I was playing the game, but I figured that would be kind of stupid because that's like 4 pages of me raging and like another 7 pages of just me cussing for like hours on end. So, to be honest, rather than writing this, or I'd rather be just playing Dead Space, sleeping, or doing something really important that is good for my education, like finishing my base in Minecraft. But, yeah, I couldn't do that because Ms. Shapiro decided that rather than doing a actual final, like, you know, the Scantron or free response, we had to do a speech. I didn't want to do a speech. I mean, don't you guys think it would be better to do a test? Like, that's a way easier.
No.
No? Not at all? That would have been way easier than doing a speech. I mean, then you have to all dress up and spend that extra, like, $50 on some crappy shirt. But, yeah. And it really is a lot easier to grade. I mean, you don't really have to check at us and make sure we're looking at people or doing anything. You just have to be like, all right, they got this answer right, they got this answer right, they got this answer wrong, right? Or in the case of sometimes this answer wrong, this answer wrong, this answer is right, but I'm going to mark it wrong. So, yeah. Now I'm on the second page. I haven't even been reading my paragraphs, actually. I'm really going off track. So, yeah, it took me about, what? This is like a page and a half, I think. It took me about like an hour or two just to write this whole damn thing. I'm not even really reading it. It's kind of odd. But, yeah, so how much time do we have so far?
You can stop talking at any moment.
Really?
Whoa.
Okay. Just making sure. I don't know.
That
I just
just
want to make
means
sure I
you
at least
got
get
an
like a
F.
B on this grade, because... so I don't fail. Especially since the fact that I wrote all of this, I'm not even like really reading it. It's just kind of like standing in front of me,
Go sit down.
just reading it. Should I?
Just sit down.
Hey,
All right.
man, that's so fucked up.